Hello, welcome to the queue for the final recap of Operation Devils Brigade. The game has ended at that income level, and the victory points on that last turn 8, while the Axis gained Shanghai back, they were unable to hang on to the resources and the Imperial point. So the high water mark for the Axis, I think, was round 6. They had 12. They might have had 13 because on the resources, I don't think I had it in there at the end of 12. I missed that they had all 3 of those, I think. So they might have, the high water mark probably was 13. And then at the end of round 7, it was down to 11. And then, of course, at the end of 9, they ended up at 9. So that is an Allied victory. And on the last turn, the Commonwealth did not go. I didn't see a need. There was no points that I can take, but I had these forces here that were heading over to Peru because we had set up a 1-2 punch with U.S. coming in and then Commonwealth coming from both directions, finishing off Chile, and that was really just in case that the Axis, or Germany and Italy, were going to get close to that Third Reich point. But we had knocked quite a few points out in Scandinavia up there, so we didn't really need that. The other move for the Commonwealth, I had 3 full transports here, and there's a carrier there, so they can't get past that carrier. So the island point, or not the island point, the Mediterranean point is safe. Italy did pick up Crete. They actually got back in the continent of Africa just for grins, and took out the British fleet and reinforced Malta. So had the British fleet been able to take out all those ships, I could have done just, a run-in attack and try and get that island. But most likely, if we needed some points to take off Axis, we repaired that naval base, so we could have come up along the coast there and hit the lightest territory to try and do that. But didn't need that, so that's why I thought there's not really any need to roll for Commonwealth. We'll just skip their final turn and look at what transpired. Like I said, Italy had some battles there, some final victories. Big battle in Caucasus. Germany reinforced it with all its air force and paratrooped some guys in there. Russia came in and didn't roll very good. You can see the stack. This is all from the battle in the Caucasus. And there's probably more Russian pieces here than British and German combined. So they had a pretty bad roll there in that battle. They did clean out the twos, but they left all the planes and some tanks. So Britain was able to come in with planes from all over the place and some tanks and guys. So they had 2 fighters left plus the tank that took that back. So rough battle, but that was a resource point. We didn't need it, but I rolled it because we set it up, and I had nothing else to do in that area. And the reason why we didn't need it is because up in Siberia, in Russia's turn, they took Siberia, so they took the resource point away, and then Japan retook Siberia, so they got the resource point back. But then the U.S. came in with their entire Navy to clean out the sea zone and took the resource point away again. So that resource point went back and forth several times throughout the end of the game here. And then China really held on till turn 7. They actually captured Shanghai, but on turn 8, Japan laid the wood to them. They do have this 3 territories left. They were able to build 3 guys. But if there was another turn, well, Britain's coming in to China, so that would have put pressure on the south side. The U.S., I don't think they could have got to China here anytime soon, but Russia had an armor up there, so it was, a game going 9 or 10 rounds. Maybe Japan doesn't hang on there in China, who knows? But either way, Britain came in to take away the imperial point by just grabbing as many territories as they could to take points away from Japan, which was these 4 for a total of, I think it was 5 points that we took off. Plus the U.S. took 2 from Siberia. So we were able to get them down there, which left them with 9 victory points. So a good game overall. I quite enjoyed playing with these guys. It's always fun to see how, different players, what their strategies are, what their reactions are, really. Because once your strategy starts, it sometimes it doesn't go your way, or different opportunities arise and your strategy changes. And then, what I find most interesting is how people react to the changes that occur during a game. So fun game. All the players really know Axis and allies. There was a few questions that we had to answer about BBR rules, but for the most part, everybody had it down. So like I said, I wouldn't say there was any major mistakes, maybe a few dice rolling mistakes or missing an anti-aircraft gun, roll, or just minor stuff that if we were playing live, someone would have said, hey, you got to do this or you can't do that, and it goes away. But when you play a YouTube game, you don't have other people saying, watching, hey, on this attack here, you got to roll that anti-aircraft gun first. So, but it's still fun. It's worth playing if you have the means to play in a YouTube game. I recommend it. It takes time. You got to leave it set up. There's no doubt about that. But the other game that I was playing in at the same time, we were able to squeeze that one out in right at 4 weeks. So I don't think you're going to play any faster than that. But plan on 4 to 6 to 8 weeks to knock out a game, and then I've enjoyed it since I've gotten into the YouTube games, and honestly, I think later this year, when it comes up on the 3rd year anniversary of this channel, I think I'm going to do this again. I think I'll do a drawing, and we'll play with some new subscribers. We'll get them in here, and we'll play a game. And I probably won't do the map again. That was a little pricey, and then also too, most of the people had the map. So Panzer King had the map, so he said, hey, give it to someone else. So I was trying to give it to another player on the team. Oh, I got the map too, give it to somebody else. So it took several times to figure out, to give away all the maps. So as this game, becomes a little more viewed and people are playing it more, seems like everybody that is playing it has the map. So like I said, I think we'll do this for the 3rd anniversary of the channel, and maybe we'll do a different type of giveaway with the game, or maybe a giveaway for the winners or something. But look forward to that. We'll probably do that after the BBR 5 tournament, probably in October. So we'll look for, I may actually do that before the drawing and get people going, and then start that game, in October. So maybe we can knock it out before the holidays. So I'll definitely do this format again, because it like I said, it was fun for me. I think it was fun for the guys that played. I got to, when you get in a chat with your teammates, and then also the team that, the other team that you're playing, whether it's Axis or Allies, there's a lot of, banter and this, that, and the other, and conversations. So you kind of get to know people, and hopefully I did a good job with you know, communicating with people through this game, and you know, because sometimes I wonder, you know, how well I communicate with others, because I can sometimes be a little too silly and make too many, you know, funny remarks that some people might take seriously. But anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching this game, and like I said, look for the third anniversary. We'll do this again with subscribers, and until the next video, keep rolling dice.